Your blonde bombshell going to have a first ever read-along Christmas story. Well, you can't read along because you don't have the book, but I'm going to read to you all. This is my Santa's pet costume. You may realize it from last year. Anyway, this little book came off of eBay for about $2, and I wanted to have something that was earth-shaking and wasn't the "'Twas the Night Before Christmas" story. We've all heard that several times, and it just doesn't fit your blonde bombshell. So this one is A Cowgirl's Night Before Christmas by Sue Carbonine, illustrated by Shauna Mooney Kowalski. And we're going to try and share the pictures as if there's pictures, but I'm going to read to you. So here we go. 'Twas the week before Christmas. Santa put on his vest, his thoughts on a cowgirl way out in the west. She had written a letter, the longest he ever got, and St. Nick didn't know if he could help her or not. Dear Santa, it started, I'm down in the dumps, and my rear end is covered in bruises and bumps. I was riding the herd, putting the cowboys to shame, when my pony's hoof slipped and the colt came up lame. It's a really cute book. I wish you all could see it. I flew off that horse, landed down in the dirt, and the cowpokes was laughing until their sides hurt. But I bet you're wondering what this letter's for. It's a gift that I'm needing, just one, and no more. Could I get a man, please? Someone I deserve. I'll cook and I'll clean, and he'll ride the herd. I wouldn't be writing this letter except Slim, he's my buddy, said Rosie, you must write to him. 'Cause when we were kids, St. Nick always came through. So I took Slim's advice and I'm writing to you. You know, Christmas was always my favorite time. Would you get me a man, Nick, one right in his prime? Santa smiled to himself and he stroked his white beard. Could he help with this problem? 'Twas a tough one, he feared. A true cowboy husband is what this girl needs. His blue eyes were twinkling and he continued to read. There's all kind of cowboys, some shy and some wild. I need one in the middle, part frisky, part mild. A cowpoke once asked me if I'd be his wife, but a rope and a steer was the thrill of his life. He promised his love would be true till the day he dies. Then he marched through my parlor, boots full of cow pies. Kind of cute. Again, I wish you really could see this. It's just one of a kind. Slim says that's natural. Manures our life's blood. Don't give up on him, girl, 'cause his boots tread some mud. Then later another dude asked for my hand. A chuck wagon cook he had already planned. To cook all the food, I would picture the scene. Those meals would be mostly black coffee and beans. Again, Slim advised me. Gee, what a great life. Hang on to him, Rosie. You'll make him a great wife. That's Slim. He's such a smart aleck. Just won't mind his own ways. I'll rope, throw him, tie him up, and then Nick one of these days. After reading about Slim, St. Nick reminisced on many fine ranch houses down on his very long list. He landed close to chimneys and slided down like silk, and on hearts he'd find beans stead cookies and milk. Okay. But that was okay. Santa loved Western folk, so he grinned and got back to that letter she wrote. Now Rosie got all kinds of offers, it seems, but not one of them close came true to that man of her dreams. The most corny proposal I got, I should say, occurred when I grabbed 40 winks in the hay. I heard all of a sudden this heart-stopping din, and a cowboy was trying to sing his way in. Now I love Western music, Nick, don't get me wrong, but this feller he yodeled and moaned all day long. Again, you just have to see these pictures. They're just adorable. Slim says, Rosie, be grateful. He'll sing you to sleep. You'll be so darn weary you won't need to count no sheep. Hope you're not tired of my whining, St. Nick, but a couple of others you should know about real quick. This dude comes along, he was all fancied up, with a pink silk bandana, herb tea in his cup. His Stetson was purple, the hat band bright green, and the fanciest boots he wore outside his jeans. The fringe on his jacket went down to his calf. I about busted my gut trying hard not to laugh. Again, this is just so adorable. I wish you guys could totally see this. He asked me to dance, showing off his loud clothes, and I swear when it ended he almost broke 2 of my toes. Though I tried to avoid him, he kept hanging on. Convinced that I loved him, that puppy's name was John. I hobbled on home with an ache in each limb. I'm afraid I can't tell you what Slim said about him. Now, one thing about Slim, he sure dresses real nice, especially on Sundays when he smells of that Old Spice. There's nothing wrong with Old Spice. It's actually very sexy. Well, last but not least, this gunslinger ace. He meant no real harm, but boy, he shot up my place. Storms in when he sees me, I'm baking some pies. Then he shoots with both barrels to kill off some flies. I was so gosh darn lucky to escape with my life. Yeah, my days would be sure to be numbered if I was his wife. Why can't men be like horses? One of these I could win. I'd be sweet, kind, and gentle, and then of course I'd have to break him in. Well, Santa, I've come to the end of my tale. Perhaps as a wife of a cowboy, I'd fail. But I'll leave it to you, dear St. Nick, if you try to find someone out there who may be that right guy. Nick knew right away who would risk limb and life to get hitched to this cowgirl. Of course, it was Slim. He'd been there through Rosie. I can't get this right tonight. He'd been there for Rosie through good times and bad, with helpful advice, though sometimes she got mad. So Nick corralled Slim and put a word in his ear, made a promise to call him in, get him in his full cowboy gear. Santa knew she would give Slim a wary reception, but if he wore that Old Spice, she'd make an exception. So the night before Christmas in this cowgirl's town, she walked down the aisle in her white wedding gown. On the arm of her cowboy, whose smile was just a-beamin', outside the snow was fallin' on this bright, crispy even. Nick caught the I-do's as he flew by the church, quite happy that Rosie had finished her search. He called over the ranch house while soaring in flight. Merry Christmas, dear cowgirl. I know you'll have sweet dreams tonight. Oh, those love stories, they always end well, don't they? I don't know. Maybe it's just this season, but nothing seems to be going right now, and I just wish the best for everyone out there, and hopefully it'll improve for all of us all. I would give you my real life Christmas wish, which is very selfish, but you know what? I've said it time and time before, and it's not going to change anything. It's not going to make him suddenly realize the error in his ways, and I don't know. I don't think at this point in time I'll get into any further on that, except for we're going to do some singing. Stay tuned and don't go nowhere.